that would make him stay, but there was nothing. Nothing, Nicky. And now you're going away. And I have to ask you a question, Nicholas. And you tell me the truth. You tell me the truth.
Well,
Right before you got sick, you said something about wanting to find out what you were about or something.
I was upset then, Gramps. I didn't mean what I was saying.
No, Nicky. The one thing I've learned is when people are upset, that's when they say what they mean. What did you mean by that, Nicholas? Now you tell me what you meant.
I'm not sure. I guess I've lived here all my life. My entire life has been spending here with you, and it's been wonderful. It's all so wonderful, and I'm so grateful, but I just don't need it anymore. I'm sorry if that sounds awful, but I don't. I need to make life something of my own doing. There's an opportunity for me in Seattle, a chance to give myself more. I'm sorry if that sounds selfish or ungrateful.
So Seattle then. So this is not, it's not just about a job. It's something that you feel you have to do to make a life for yourself, to be happy.
Yes, Gramps, I'm sorry.
And you know this. You know this more than you know anything.
Yes, I'm sorry.
All right then. All right.
Gramps, what you had to tell me?
No, nothing.
What you said.
Nicky, what I had to tell you is that I will always be there with you. So you be a good boy.
But we have to tell him.
He has to go, sweetheart. He has to go.
But
I know all that. But he has to go.
Nicky.
Nan?
Dinner came beautiful. Mangiamo.
Nan, is there something?
I really thought you had a chance with Caitlin. I really did.
For all the hassles that changing both jobs and cities bring, I had little time to spend with them those final few weeks. And I wish I could say, how much do you owe someone that cares for you? How do you repay someone for their kindness? Can it ever be enough?
I hope you realize, honor of you leaving, your grandfather turned on the air conditioner.
Yeah, I thought I could breathe.
It was a beautiful meal, wasn't it, Nicholas?
Stunning, Nan.
We made all your favorites. Gnocchi, veal parmesan, tiramisu, biscotti. You'll not get a meal like that in Seattle, Nicky.
I know that, Nan, I know. And I'm sorry.
For what?
For leaving, and for I don't...
Oh, Nicky, honey.
I don't know.
You're not sorry. Oh, you may feel bad for us because you love us, but you're not sorry. You have a wonderful life ahead of you in Seattle. Why waste time being sorry? If I was sorry for every sad thing that happened in my life, I wouldn't be able to get out of bed anymore. One thing I know for sure, Nikki. You can't keep the people you love most around forever. You can pray and you can scream and you can cry. But you can't keep the people you love most around forever. Funny, you know, I never thought you looked like your Uncle Nicky much. You were named for him, but I could never really see him in you. But now when I look at you, you look exactly like him. Just try to be happy, Nicky, okay? There's nothing for you to be sorry about.
So, Nicholas, did your grandfather tell you?
What?
He's selling the car.
No, he didn't mention.
He tried to drive himself to his mandolin lesson last week, dented the back fender. Guess how? Backing out of the garage. He didn't even make it to the street. Thank God no one was killed.
Oh, Nicky, before I forget, I got you a mass card.
I wouldn't have left town without one then. Oh, Gramps, Nat just told me you're selling the car.
I'm bored with driving anyway.
But that's terrific, Gramps. I would have been worried about you.
Don't you ever worry about me.
Well, my taxi should be here any minute.
Nicholas. For the plane ride. I made you lasagna.
Man, I can't take a lasagna on the plane.
Why not?
I don't know, it's just one of those things you can't do.
I'll mail it to you.
You're gonna mail lasagna.
Well, I mailed your sister 12 pounds of fettuccine Alfredo.
All right. Well, that's me. So I'll see you soon.
Bye, Nicky.
Real soon. So no goodbyes, okay? No goodbyes.
Goodbye, Nicky.
Gramps.
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot the rules. Goodbye, Nicky.
Gramps, come on.
Tango Famiglia, Nico. Tango Famiglia. Do you know what that means?
Call us when the plane lands.
But don't spend any money.
Oh, just let the phone ring twice.
You know, you're all really something, you know that? You just have to know, I have to do this. I have to.
Bye, Nicky.
I love you, Nicholas. Who's hungry?
He's gone. How can you think of food at a time like this? Of course, a little manna provolone won't be bad. Everybody goes.
Caught my flight. 6 hours later, I was in Seattle, my new home. 2 days later, a 15-pound lasagna arrived for me in the mail. My new job, loved it. More responsibility, more challenging. And within a month, I started dating this account executive from my office, Teresa, who I immediately knew was pretty special. 2 months later, I flew back to my grandparents to attend the funeral of my grandfather, Nunzio. He died from prostate cancer, which spread to his liver and kidneys. My grandmother told me that they had known about it before I left, but they didn't feel it was right to burden me with it. Burden me? How could they not have said anything? Anything at all? If any one of them did, no question, I would have stayed.
A few years after Nicholas left, my Frank, my baby, passed on. Emma and I had dinner together every day for nearly a year after that, until she too suffered a severe stroke. God rest them. I still cook 2 meals a day for myself, and a little something special on Sunday, and I still get to see my Nicholas. Because of his job, he flies to New York often, and he always pays his grandmother a visit.
Nance, it's me!
Oh, Nicholas.
How are you, Nan? Wow, it's hot in here.
You look hungry. Let me put the ravioli in the water.
Nan, I'm sorry the meeting took so long. I can only stay a few minutes. I have to catch this flight.
The water's boiling.
Nan, let's not eat. Let's just sit and talk. I've got something to tell you.
The ravioli looks beautiful.
Nan, I'm moving.
Oh, Nicholas, back home?
No, Portland, actually. I got another job, vice president. Wonderful promotion.
Teresa's going with you?
No, she's got to stay in Seattle for right now.
But you're engaged.
Right, well, we'll fly back and forth on the weekends. Nan, it's called a commuter relationship. Very modern, very annoying. Nan, I had this idea. Move with me to Portland. It's actually a beautiful city.
Nicholas.
Her entire life has been spent here, taking care of Grandpa all the time. Come to Portland. You can come. I'll take you out to eat every night. I'd love to give that to you, man. There's no one here for you anymore.
Nicholas, do you know where I always wanted to go? For years and years? Atlantic City. That's right. Nunzio and Emma would come back with such stories, but your grandfather, he would have no part of such a fancy place. But one day, I left him a plate in the icebox, and I went. And you know what? I didn't like it. The whole time I was there, I was wishing I was back home taking care of your grandfather. He needed me to. So much. How many people could get to be my age and say that there was someone that needed them that much? I could say that, Nicholas. I can't go. Your grandfather built this house for me. How can I leave? Stay for dinner, please?
Okay. Not long after, I achieved what my grandparents considered the greatest accomplishment known to man. I married! Tango Famiglia. And now when Teresa and I sit home in Portland, waiting in Seattle, waiting the birth of our first child, my mind often wanders back to those final few days spent with my grandparents. And I wish I could neatly sum up who they were and what they meant to me, and how they fit in the puzzle of my life. But instead, what was most clear to me was that my grandparents worked every day of their lives to ensure that their family would be more educated and successful than them. What they didn't foresee was that they would elevate me to a life so far removed from their own that they could never quite comprehend what I had become or how I would continue their legacy. And when I look back at them, I too saw only a vague reflection of myself. Still, they let me go. They got me to laugh. And to this day, I get great food in the mail.
Everything came beautiful, didn't it?